Hey Derry, I got a question for you. What's your best globe proof?
You talking to me?
Yeah.
Yeah, have a little bit of time. So then I'll I'll turn on my stream and then I'll answer you. One moment.
Yeah, in regards what you were talking about earlier, Jeremy, I think. Um, oh fuck, I lost it. Sorry, I had it.
Well, that proves quantum physics. You had it, but you also lost it. It was, you know, in a superposition.
I'm currently in the super position, trying to figure out my point.
Exactly. Your thoughts are neither here nor there.
Yeah, what I was
I mean,
saying is the map is not the territory. The word is not the thing. So a description of something doesn't make it the thing, and that's a fallacy. It's the map and territory fallacy.
All right. So what was the word? My best globe proof is what it was.
Yeah, your biggest proof for the globe, wasn't it? Q up.
Well, I imagine that because we have people like on the space station going around the space station uh taking pictures and stuff. I mean that seems pretty direct right there.
But they could be moving around a plane at the
Could be
same altitude.
moving around a plane, like over a plane, a flat plane.
Yeah, no, yeah, they could be moving in the same way as the sun and the moon are moving, but just above us. But in the same way, it could be seen as from a globe perspective. You see, it works on both.
Okay, that's fine. Show us the evidence or show me the evidence or the calculations or whatever that lets you know that it works on both. I've heard people say that, but I've never seen anybody actually show that to be the case. So yeah. So what?
oh,
There's a
act
whiteboard here, I imagine, or something.
actually, yeah. China's IS. Is it ISS? I forget. I was looking at it the other day. The China's like version of the spacewalks. They are. It's like they're over like a flat world. It's kind of strange why they use that. They don't like make the same thing as NASA does, which is kind of I'm not sure why they do that.
I wouldn't mind talking with you next. But first, let me let Gilly Kong present his evidence that what we could be seeing could be the same as over flat Earth. I'd be interested to see that.
In the same way that it's already been done.
Okay. So so you're saying it's already been done by you like today, or
Not by me, by the globe community. They've taken a flat surface and created a globe out of it, a 3D image out of a 2D image. In
is
the
it the
same way,
same?
like you're on Google Earth and you're above the whole thing, you see the globe, but as you zoom in, you start seeing a flat surface.
Okay. I want to make sure I understand you properly. You had asked me what was my best evidence of that the Earth being the globe. So first thing came to mind was something very convenient.
That wasn't my
People on the
question.
I
It was Q up who asked you. But okay,
say again.
continue.
I didn't hear the last thing.
No, it was Q up who asked you. I just reiterated it when you came back. So
Okay, thank you.
yeah.
Okay, so I guess I don't see him right now. Maybe he had to drop out. But thank you for reiterating. All right, so you reiterated the question, and then I said the ISS, the pictures from them and so forth. And I remember right, Gilly, you said that even though we see the ISS moving around, it could actually just as well be going around over a flat Earth. Is that correct?
Yeah. In the same definition as you look at what you see above you as above, that is in exactly the same reference as you see yourself above where you're currently on the globe in your idea, where I am in Norway in a different perspective. But we are looking up and ISS is moving in the up, and we both share that likeness of up, or our definition of up. It could be the same on a flat plane and a sphere. That's my point. It's very hard to differentiate between the two.
I see. So you're saying that it's very hard to differentiate if you're just looking up and seeing something, whether you're looking up and seeing it on the globe or seeing it on the flat Earth.
Yeah, there's no way for us to kind of differentiate between the two realities. It's just a perspective. Like if you perceive yourself on a globe, then that's your reality. When I perceive myself on a flat plane looking at the ISS, I see the ISS. We share that reality, but it might as well be just in the higher atmos, the higher states up there, where airplanes go into cruising, and above there is a way where you can glide somehow in the highest of the atmos.
Yes, I thought understood you correctly. So what I'm asking you is, you're saying that the ISS could be just like an airplane going through the atmosphere. So I'm asking you, what's your evidence that that could be the case?
The same reality that you see. That's my evidence because we share that. You see?
Yeah, you sound like a pretty, you sound pretty sincere, right? So let me I'll point some things out to you if I may. All right.
Okay, go for it.
The ISS, like you said, is something viewable up in the sky. Like I could see it here and you can see it in America. Um, the difference between the ISS and an airplane is that the ISS could be seen at various locations around the entire planet and then come back to the original position in an hour and a half, which means that the ISS has to travel, if it was going through the atmosphere, would have to travel the circumference of the Earth in 90 minutes in the atmosphere. Okay, so depending on what kind of map you want to use on the flat Earth, if you're looking at, like, let's say the equator or the equator route, that's still going to be the same circumference of a globe as if you're going around some kind of flat area. Okay, so in order for you to reasonably and logically say that the ISS can be just like an airplane going through the atmosphere, you'd have to demonstrate how such a non-aerodynamic object could be going through the atmosphere without burning up, with no visible means of propulsion, of lift, and so on and so forth. So you're just saying that it's just something we see. That's totally totally not up to the task of what you're claiming. And this is something I find to be pretty consistent amongst flat earth believers. You make these claims apparently having no understanding of of what the claim you're making means, what the implication means.
You
Well,
just
it
Yeah,
could be something else, dude. It could be something else that something that they've told us it's one thing, and it could be something else. There could be more than one. It could be a projection. We could speculate all day about what it could be. I mean, they get 60
exactly,
to 80 million dollars a day,
exactly.
so
That's my point,
that's
Andy.
motivation enough in my eyes to fake it. You know what I'm saying?
That's my point, Andy. That's my point.
Yeah,
I hear
they
you all
might be faking it.
speculating over and over about what it could be, but I don't see any evidence. That's exactly my point. You can spend all day saying it could be this or it could be that, which is what I
Exactly.
hear over and over again, but you don't have any evidence.
Well, I
That's my
can't
point.
verify that there's people on it
We
either,
have the
except I've
evidence
seen
of
videos.
what they
I can't,
tell us.
yeah, I can't look through a telescope and see the people on the thing, can I?
Right. Well, like I said, if you want to say it's something else, I'm happy to see any evidence you present for it. Otherwise, I'll go with that
You'll just
evidence
accept
I have
what they
for
tell you it is otherwise, right?
it. Interesting. So let me know, give me your evidence, Rob, that I'm just accepting what they say. Like, how have you made that determination?
How about you just answer my question then?
I would like to, but first, you gave your question as a
No,
premise.
no.
The premise of your
Okay,
question
so
was, oh, you just believe in what they say, right?
right.
So give me your evidence that I'm
Yes
just
or no?
believing what they say.
Yes or no?
Give me
Yes
your
or
evidence
no?
that I'm just believing
No,
what
no,
they say.
you're obfuscating my question.
Then I guess
Yes
we'll have to
or no?
disagree about what it means to ask a
You
question.
just uh,
If
you
you
just
can answer a question
accept.
without a premise
Yes.
in it, then I could answer it
Okay,
directly.
I'm gonna disagree.
Otherwise, I'll
You're
need you
being
to give
dishonest.
the evidence for your premise. So going back to Gilly, do you understand what I'm saying? Do you understand about the implications of just saying it's like an airplane going through the atmosphere?
Yeah, yeah. If you try to comprehend it as a dome up in the higher atmos, then the ISS would take a shorter time to go a circle above us, in the
Hold on,
same way the sun goes in a circle above us.
and I apologize, I didn't catch that. You said if you capture it as what?
No, no, I'm just saying, like, it could work on both. You just have this idea of a globe in your mind that you have been taught since birth, and you see the world in that perspective. What I'm saying, in my position, is that it could be both.
And
You don't
so
have a
again,
valid point that it's a definite proof for the globe, which was the original question.
right? So again, let's go step by step. What is your evidence, or how did you come to the conclusion that my conclusions about the ISS are just based upon what you told me from birth?
The point that ISS is something that is rotating above us, going in a circle, or either over a globe or over a surface. There's a circle happening, or some kind of a pattern that seems to be moving in. So maybe the higher atmospheres, in the same way as an airplane goes into a cruising mode in a certain altitude, the higher the altitude, the higher it could be hanging there with whatever, could be a balloon or whatever, I don't know. But let's say, and it's just rotating. That's my point. It's like it could work on both. So it's not a definite proof of the globe because it works on both.
Mhm.
That's my whole point.
I hear your point, Gilly, and you sound pretty sincere. But what I'm finding is you're falling for the same poor thinking that is inherent in flat Earth, and that you keep repeating that it's possible on both, but you yet to provide even a basic explanation of how something shaped like the ISS can be flying, could be going through the atmosphere without burning up, with no observable means of propulsion or lift. So I've observed that flat Earth teaches you that you could just declare whatever you want, and then it just could be so, like you're doing right now, but you've still yet to present not even any evidence, not even any explanation, based upon just the basic laws of aerodynamics that we understand pretty clear about how aerodynamics works. If you look at the ISS, it's clearly not aerodynamic. So what you're saying does not make sense according to any known laws of physics, unless you can provide some kind of evidence of an explanation that it does. Just saying it does is meaningless. Were you about to say something, Andy?
Yeah, I was just about to say that flat Earth is very simple. It's a general claim of measurements on the ground, and I think even you'd have to agree that if the Earth measures flat, then whatever's happening in the sky is irrelevant or necessarily
Oh,
false.
okay. I would have to agree with that. What's your measurements that it measures flat?
Well, there's all kinds of things, isn't there? I've never personally done it myself, so I will say that it is
You just
secondary.
believe in what they tell you, like y'all accuse me of?
Well, I'm just
Well, what
saying.
happened?
I'm just being honest, dude. I've never done it myself, but there's all kinds of things, isn't there? Mirror flashes, lasers, shot over ice. What else is there? Long distance radio wave propagation. There's tons of different things, isn't there? So
I want to
it's
point
not
out
a
something.
complicated thing. It's the simplest thing in the world, really. I guess flat
I want
Earth.
to point out something though. I think this is very important. It seems like I was being accused of just believing what they told me since birth. Somebody literally told me that. So I asked them to give me the evidence or the conclusion of that. Nobody could give it. So because I've done investigations myself, I've looked at the ISS through my own telescope, a big enough telescope to see the solar panels. I know what it looks like from my own observation. Again, nobody asked that. They just told me that I'm just believing. Now you literally just admitted that you didn't do it yourself means you're just believing. But apparently that's okay. If the idea is that I'm just believing what they tell me, that's the problem. You're just believing what they tell you. But it's okay for
Well,
you to just believe what you're being told. Do you see the contradiction? So I find it very interesting. But again, this is par for the course. I mean, I expect this to happen. I mean, this is pretty common for flat Earth, where you all just believe what you're told. And it's fine because it's believing something that supports flat Earth. But if I were to believe what I'm just told, oh my gosh, that's so bad. The fact is, I didn't just believe what I told. I got my own telescope and I looked at the ISS. Matter of fact, when I told you that it comes around for an hour and a half, I'm not believing that either. I took my telescope out. I had to drive, I don't remember how far, but I had to drive a little distance because I looked at the little app and it told you where it's going to be. And I found one night where it's going to come around twice in the same night. So that's what I did. I got packed up my telescope. I could probably find a picture of it. I have a picture of my telescope on the computer, but it's not a big deal. And I packed up my telescope. I drove to the spot where it was going to be, and I waited. It came around, and I have a pretty good telescope. And over the years, I bought a few more eyepieces and things like that. So I was able to put in eyepiece and so on and so forth. The configuration was zoomed in pretty well, and I was able to see it come up right when they said it was going to come up. I was able to see it go across the sky, and I was able to see it enough where I could
Okay.
see the solar panels on it, and it went around. I waited there for the 90 minutes for it to come back, and I saw it again. So
Wait, what?
I did it myself.
What's your window of seeing it? Um, what time does it have to
The
be for you?
window, it's fast. This is about, off the top of my head, I guess like 20 seconds, 30 seconds, something like that.
No, 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 no. I know
So
that window. I'm saying I'm seeing if you know the window. Like, what time of day does it have to be for you to see it?
I don't remember off the top of my head. You can look at the
So I'll
app.
look it up before you start making claims.
Well,
You're talking
the
about
best
physics.
time
You
is
said,
running.
hold on,
Running.
real quick. I just started, man.
It's way
I
longer than
the
30
reason.
seconds. Hold on, Bry, real quick. It's way longer than 30 seconds, dude. I mean, some of them are 10 minutes, 8 minutes, 7 minutes. You think it's the window that you can see it is only 30 seconds? It also doesn't go back to the same spot from before. That's also wrong. I mean,
And
you're saying a
besides
lot of
that,
stuff. You said we talk a lot of stuff about stuff we don't know nothing. Again, a lot of it's
yeah,
wrong. I mean, that was, I got pretty mad when you said that. I'm not going to lie, but
that's
now I'm
why I
even
joined.
more mad because you're describing stuff that's not true.
And
Okay,
he's
so
acting
let
like
me
he's
know.
seen something
So,
that doesn't even
so
fit the window of opportunity. But here, this is why I joined, because you said flat earthers ignore things. You ignore physics, bro. Andy's being straight with you, and what you call it's
well,
being dead straight with you.
okay,
And
so
and,
here's
and you're hold
something.
on, just hear me out. Hear me out. I'll make this quick. Globers ignore physics, bro, because you're going to tell me that there's some word that makes up for a freaking 35,000 mile an hour change in speed within 20 minutes, and you think a word fixes that. Any change in speed in reality there's easy measurements. There's no word to get you out of it. If we're going to bring it down to the laws of physics that are demonstrable, a change in speed of 35,000 miles an hour over 20 minutes is going to kill people. Okay, so you're the one ignoring physics, bro.
It's an idea.
So let's back up. Let's back up before we change
It
subjects.
was right after.
One moment before we
Okay.
change subjects. I believe it was Flatter, Seth, and Jeremy who said I was incorrect about the time frame. Please let me know which one of you were there and know how long I was looking at the ISS for. Because I'm very interested. I didn't see any of y'all there. Which one of y'all was there and saw what I saw who could tell me I was wrong about my time frames?
You didn't even tell me what time of day
The
it's got to
window
be
you
to
can
see
see.
it.
Hold on, Brian. Dude, I'm not trying to fight with you every time I talk. You can't. The window to see the ISS. I'll Google it right now.
I'm not talking about
It's
what you
way
Google.
longer
I'm
than 30
asking you
seconds.
where were you where I was and where were you who saw it for the time frame I saw it at? That's
There we
what I'm
go.
asking.
The passes called flyovers can last from under 2 minutes for a short pass to under 8 minutes from a full flight from horizon to horizon. You said 30 seconds. You were
Did,
wrong. The
did
ISS
you say
also
under
doesn't
two
come back
minutes?
to the same
Did,
spot.
did,
The
did you say
ISS
under two
doesn't come
minutes?
back to the same spot.
Did
Hold
you
on,
say
man.
under 2 minutes?
Just under 2 minutes. Yes.
Is 30 seconds under 2 minutes?
It's not going to be 30 seconds. It's going to be longer. Were you in a valley, in a sewer? Were you in a sewer hole like a Ninja Turtle? Also, the
I was
ISS doesn't come back to the same spot. If it did, you would debunk the rotation. That would mean there's
let
no
me be clear.
Coriolis effect.
Let me be
You're
clear.
just
Are you
getting a lot
saying
of little things wrong, and it's annoying because when you first started your whole spiel, you started it with we talk shit about stuff we don't know anything about, and it's just annoying that like you're doing like the same thing you accused us of doing. There's a lot of
let me be
projection in this
clear?
community, I know.
So let me be clear. Are you saying I'm lying about what I saw?
I'm saying you got it wrong. You got the window wrong. You got it wrong about it coming back to the same spot. It can't do that. You would debunk the Earth rotation. You're getting a lot of stuff
You can.
wrong about the
I
things you're
want to make
saying
sure I'm
about the
clear.
ISS.
So let me make sure I'm
I'm
clear.
saying
I
you're
just
getting a
told
lot
you
of
that I.
things wrong. Hold on, Darryl, please. I'll let you talk. You let me talk. It's going to be
Mhm.
fine. You're getting a lot of little details wrong about the window for the ISS, if it comes back to the same spot or not. Okay.
So when I say I did see it come back and I saw it twice in the same night, you're saying I'm lying. Is that correct?
Well, you're acting like we could see it all night,
I'm
bro.
saying you're wrong. Hold on, Brian. I'm saying you're wrong. The window to see the ISS is just under 2 minutes, from anywhere from just under 2 minutes to 8 minutes. Also, the ISS doesn't come back at the same spot. If it did, that would mean the ISS is not being affected by the Coriolis effect.
So you're saying I think I saw the ISS the second time, but I didn't.
He didn't. He
No.
didn't say he
What
didn't
were you
move the
looking north or
telescope to
south? Give
see
me
it.
This
one
is
second,
why,
dog.
yo,
It's
this is why I
it
didn't
goes
go.
over
This is
five
why I don't
times a
want to
day.
go on your show. This is why I don't want to go on your show. I don't even want to talk to any of you fucking guys, honestly. It's mad annoying, dude.
So are you saying I didn't actually
Was
see
you
it
looking
twice
north or
in one
south,
night,
bro, when
like
you seen it?
like I
Let me
thought
ask you a
I
question.
think I saw it, but I didn't, or what's going on?
Answer me a couple questions. Was you looking north or south when you seen it for 20
I am
seconds?
not answering any more of Flatter Brian's
No, you
question
damn
or
well right
Jeremy's
you won't.
question
You won't answer simple questions. I know you
until
won't answer a simple question.
until
How much-
until you clarify why is it when I'm telling you what I saw from first-hand experience, some reason you're telling me I'm wrong or what? Until
You just
you,
acted like you
Flatter
could see the
F.
ISS all
Brian,
night long. Let me answer
and
that, bro.
Jeremy clarify that, I will never talk to either of you again. Thank you.
You could see the ISS
Anybody
all
else
night.
has
You
any
just
other
said,
questions?
hold on, let me answer, bro. You're going to keep talking. You just said you could see the ISS all night long. Bro, that is wrong. So I asked you a question.
He
What
didn't. He
direction
didn't
was you
say that.
looking?
He didn't. He didn't say that.
Okay.
You can
If
see
he
it all
didn't, he
night.
should
And he
have
said
made
he
sure
drove.
he answered this question. Was he looking north or south when you seen it for 20
Well,
seconds?
here's. I'm just going to give my experience with it. It was right after sundown. I saw it almost horizon to horizon. It did blink out before it got over the eastern horizon. It was about 4 minutes that I watched it go across the sky. And 90 minutes later, it came up in about the same spot on the horizon, and it was visible for about a minute before it went into Earth's shadow.
Thank you,
Yeah,
Lester.
but if it's only visible for 20 seconds, Howard, there's consequences. That means it's far south or far north? That's why I wanted to ask him, bro, because he's making all these claims and all this. So I'm just simply asking him, was it north or south? Dude, if he did see it, then he should have no trouble answering that. Then we could look and see how much sunlight he had, and I could say, okay, you're right or you're wrong. He might not have said, okay, you could see it all night long, but he just made it seem like every 90 minutes you could see it at night. That's not true. It's the sun reflecting off of it. It's not a light. So you got a very limited window when you could see it, and if you only seen it for 20 seconds, it's very far south or very far north. Now, for fuck's sake, dude, answer questions and quit attacking us.
The short intervals where it's visible for only like 30 seconds or something like that, it depends on, the time of the evening and how far below the horizon the sun is. I mean, that's really heavy.
Yeah, depending on the
You can
time of
get two
sunset,
passes. You can
the
get two
actual,
passes, but
hold on.
it's certain situations where you can get two passes.
Yeah, depending on the time and sunset, it might have a traversal overhead where it's, a minute. I found one that was a minute 50 in my area tomorrow night or tomorrow afternoon, so I can't see it, but it could be, it could go horizon 90 overhead and but cross into the shadow and not be visible. Therefore, the viewing window could be shorter than 2 minutes. Could be like, that's not
Sure, if
out of the
you're in
realm
a
of
sewer
typical.
looking up through a manhole cover, or
No, on the globe
you
model,
you
it's
carved a hole
visible.
in your shed or something, and you're looking up through the hole in your shed. Yeah,
In the globe model, it's only visible if it's illuminated by the sun, reflecting it back down. And there's a line. Once it crosses that line, it'd be in the
Right. So it's
shadow.
got to be
You can't
dark.
see it.
Right. It's got to be dark and just dark or just daylight. You got to be right there by twilight or right
Yeah.
around. So there are limited situations where you could see what he described, and I wanted to see if his was accurate. That's all I wanted to
it doesn't
question.
have to be dark to see the ISS. Jaron caught it in the daytime.
Yeah,
In a
but
transit, right?
that's doing a
Yeah.
crossing the sun or the moon or whatever.
Okay,
I'm talking about just seeing the light in the sky that he just described. I think he's full of shit personally. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I owe him an apology, but he's dodging simple questions like what direction was you looking? You think he'd easily answer that?
He was looking somewhere to the west.
Okay, how can he look west and see it for 20 seconds, man?
It depends on what time of the day, how far the sun is below the horizon, how much earth shadow lies.
Oh my god, dude.
I think just
Everybody else
that
in the
part
chat.
alone.
If he's looking west and he sees it for 20
I,
seconds, like he's going to continue to see it because the sun is west, so it's going to be darker west than it is fucking east. So if it's heading east coming from the west like it does, then as soon as you see it west, you're going to see it even better east, bro. I don't think y'all are thinking this shit through, man.
Well, you said it goes east to west.
it goes west to east.
It goes west east, so if you see it west, then it's dark. It's obviously dark enough west, so it's the sun ain't freaking overhead or behind you. Okay, the sun is obviously far enough away and set far enough to where you're starting to see it west, and it's coming at you. So it's going to appear brighter and brighter. The only way to get it for 20 seconds would be to be way up high and be looking and really knowing right the fuck where it's going to be and catching it for a few seconds way north or way south. And I've never even seen anybody film that. But I guess mathematically it's possible.
Oh, there's a 20-second window from me on the 9th. Well, yeah, that's tomorrow too.
Thank you, Bo Knight.
All right, it's
From
going to be
31
what
from
direction
31
is it?
seconds
South
to
or north?
56 seconds of the same minute of the hour.
So it's way south of you or way north of you, right?
That would be way north, yeah.
Yeah. That's why I asked him, was he looking south or north so we could get to the bottom of his claim? Because there's very limited windows in what he just claimed. Very limited.
Awesome, guys. It was lively. So I'll be back. I'm
I'm
gonna
not.
go get something to eat since it seems to be dying down.
Okay, man. Yeah, I'm not saying you didn't see what you saw. I was just asking questions, bro, just so you know.